It's the sitting position is whoa. Not surprised. Sound check. Cute. Aw, decent sound. Hit the gas pedal, mate. Come on. Yeah, like I said, one of the biggest surprises of this year. Yeah, I'm gonna give my final verdict. You're gonna be surprised. Alright guys, how you doing? Today we're testing a new brand again. It's the Royal Enfield. I thought it was a British brand, but oh, we're going to the left. It's a Indian brand actually. It really has that British vibes. Probably it was a British brand back in the days, but now it's an Indian brand. It's the Shotgun 650 and it's a 2-cylinder. Not that much power, of course. It's only 48 horsepower, so you can still ride it with an A2 license. Of course, you're not riding these kind of bikes because of the power of the high torque. This is because of the looks, you know. It has some sort of unique vibe. Royal Enfield, always that look that no other brand has, I think. It has its own characteristics, and you ride these bikes just to enjoy the environment. And today it's the hottest day of the year so far. The summer just started today, June 21st. It's going to be 30 plus degrees today, so it's the sitting position is whoa. I think this is the perfect sitting position. Yeah. So of all the bikes that I tested so far, this is the most perfect sitting position if you just want to go out, cruise a little, enjoy the environment. So even 2 meter tall, doesn't matter. Sitting position is A+ already. So today I'm not going to hit up to the high speeds or really test out the torque of the bike. I'm just going to enjoy the environment, and I hope you will do the same. Just grab a coffee, sit down and relax, and enjoy the middle part of the Netherlands. We're in the area of Utrecht right now, which is the center of the Netherlands. Just enjoy, man. No quick shifter. Not surprised. Yeah, shifting gears is really easy. Cornering is really easy. It behaves the way you expect it to behave. Really easy to handle, yeah. So you can relax and just focus on everything around you beside the motorcycle itself. I'm familiar with this route. I tested the QJ motor before. That was also in this area, same motor shop. So we're probably going to hit up the same route as we did back then. Sound check. Cute. No, after testing all these big bikes in the previous weeks, you know, all those super sport bikes and heavy naked bikes, finally some time to relax. The only con for now for this bike is the mirrors. We needed some tools to adjust it to my length, otherwise I was not able to see anything, and it just hang loose, you know, because you're already going to the maximum width of the mirror. You can only go a certain direction, and when you hit that point it's just hanging loose, so we needed some tools to adjust that. Yeah, what can I say, guys? Normally I'm full of words. The entire motovlog is filled with a lot of stories and background information. But for now, this is the first time this year, 2025, that I'm fully enjoying sitting on a motorcycle. Sometimes you want to have, you know, adrenaline rush. But today, after I tested the CF Moto yesterday, that was the 3-cylinder naked bike and the 3-cylinder racing bike, so the 675 NK and 675 SRR, and yeah, of course that gives you adrenaline, but this gives you some sort of mellow feeling, like ease down a little bit. It was a busy week, now we're going to ease down. So like I said, 30 degrees today. Later on I'm going to hit the pool. We're not used to these circumstances in the Netherlands, having 30 degrees plus. It only happens a few days. Yeah, it's the same route as with the QJ motor test. It only happens a few times a year. So if it happens, you know, the entire country doesn't know what to do. There's a lot of traffic on the highway. People want to go out and hit the pool or go to the beach, whatever, because 80% of the time it's bad weather over here. So if it's nice weather, especially now with 30 degrees, people go mad. And the normal people like you and I, we go motor riding. We are so normal and a little bit crazy sometimes, let's be honest. Steering feels really good. This bike behaves the way you expect it, the way you want it to behave. Comfort wise, this is going to perform really well. I'm going to give you my final verdict, not now of course, later on. We just started, but it's going to be a good grade for sure. Yeah, I can already imagine if you have this bike, if you have multiple bikes. So let's say you have a race bike, you have a naked bike, and you want this as a you know, some sort of cruiser. I can really imagine that I would pick this bike out of the tree more often than the naked bike and the race bike, because sometimes you just want to relax, right? And when you have too much horsepower underneath your butt, are you really relaxing, or are you just going for an adrenaline rush? I think it's the latter. Oh, decent sound. Decent sound. Yeah, guys, so what do you think of the Netherlands? Because it's also called the Flatlands, as you can see why. Everything is flat. Yeah, me personally, I'm from the Netherlands, you know, so I'm used to it, and the majority of the time I find it quite ugly because the sky is gray and it's rainy. But when the sun is out, I do think it's a great scenery here in the Netherlands. But tell me what you think of what do you think of this scenery, especially when you're not from around here? So, are you from Asia? Are you from America? Are you from Africa? Just tell me, what do you think of it? Because I'm used to it, you know, it's different. Yeah, the clutch is really smooth. Okay, hit the gas pedal, mate, come on. already know that Royal Enfield, especially this bike, so this is the Shotgun 650, it surprises me in a good way, yeah. Because beforehand I thought, two-cylinder, only around 48 horsepower, not really looking forward, but having a good time, man. Also, this is also motor racing, not motor racing, riding a motorcycle, you know. Just ease down. Sometimes you need to chill a little bit. So we're queued up. There's a tractor in front of us. Yeah, it's still the Netherlands, right? So we all have to queue up and wait a little so we can pass him. And there's a truck, semi-truck. It's a bit narrow over here. It will be fine, it's not a big bike. Yeah, so it's a two-cylinder, and I think, yeah, these kind of motorcycles need a two-cylinder, of course. It would be strange to have a four-cylinder with high revs, and, you know, doesn't suit this bike, so you need a two-cylinder. Nevertheless, I was riding a QJ motor cruiser as well, SRV 600 V4. And that was one of the biggest surprises of this year. So that was a cruiser with a V4 engine. And beforehand I thought it was ridiculous, but yeah, like I said, one of the biggest surprises of this year. So you don't necessarily need a two-cylinder, but for me, yeah, you should have a two-cylinder ride, and especially with, you know, the Indians and the Harley Davidsons, they all have a two-cylinder. It's just part of the riding experience as well. Okay, hit the road jack. Don't you come back no more. Yeah, I just received a message on YouTube, and someone who was from the Philippines actually. He told me, I'm watching all your motor vlogs, not because I really care about you or the motorcycles that you're riding, okay, thank you, but I just want to see the environment because it's so different from where I'm from. And I understand that. I understand that. Especially when you're from Asia and you see all this. It's like you're yeah, a totally different world, right? It looks so different. steering is superb. Steering is superb. The clutch, the gears. Works really well. Yeah, sorry, most of the times I'm really enthusiastic, but that's the adrenaline rush speaking. And now I don't have that adrenaline rush, but I'm very pleased. So I'm really enthusiastic and enjoying this ride. Yeah, so I thought we had this route before, and it was the first 50% of the route we just had, but we just switched to a different direction, so this is new for me as well. That's better. New environment. Fun fact. Well, not really a fact. I think it's just my opinion, not a fact. It doesn't have a lot of horsepower, but I'm glad. So you won't do silly things, you know. That 48 horsepower, it's perfect. Yeah, that's the max you need for this bike. If you have more than that 48 horsepower, you're gonna focus on top speed and, you know, just more racy kind of style, and now you're limited to your abilities, therefore you're just enjoying everything around you. So I think it's a wise decision to limit it to 48 horsepower. You don't need more. Wise decision of Royal Enfield. So later on we have the Guerrilla 450. It would have been better to start out with a 450 because it has less power and torque, and then you go a step further, of course, but yeah, now we go a step back, but it's okay, I guess. It's okay. Yeah, it behaves really well on the corners, the slow corners, the mid-speed corners, and the high-speed corners. I think I have to compare this to the Kawasaki Eliminator, which I really enjoyed as well. Same amount of horsepower and probably same amount of torque. But this one is better. This one is better, yeah. Because the comfort-wise, it beats the Eliminator, and that already performed really well. So, yeah, I'm gonna give my final verdict. You're gonna be surprised because comfort-wise, I don't think it can be any better. Sitting position, steering, the clutch, braking, gears, low speed, mid speed, high speed corners. Yeah, the amount of power you have, it's a 9. This is a 9, yeah. Can it still improve? I'm not sure how. I will never give a 10, I guess. It doesn't have that wow factor, but yeah, it's still perfect 9. But then the next factor, yeah, can you have fun on this bike? Yes, but in a different way than you're used to. So use it as a cruiser, not top speeds, not top torque. Ease down, relax, have fun, enjoy. And if that is your mindset, I will give it a 7.5, which is a really good grade. Really good. So not too bad, right? Who would have thought? This morning when I woke up, thought, oh yeah, Royal Enfield 2-cylinder, 48 horsepower. But yeah, it was nice. This was nice. So what do you think? If you have the possibility to test this, will you do it? Did I convince you in a way to say, yeah, maybe this is a cool bike and I want to test it and see and find out myself if it suits me and my needs? Because sometimes we all just want to chill out a little, right? And this is the perfect bike for it, for those kind of moments. Alright guys, I want to thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. A lot of new motor vlogs are coming up. A lot of new cool bikes as well. As you may already know, there's an Inline 4 app which you can download for free with a lot of with a lot of extras, premium content, early access to new motor vlogs, stuff like that. Look at the description, you can download for free, and see you later on. Thank you guys, cheers.